All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got a residential client that has a maintenance agreement with us. They got no domestic hot water. They're getting an ignition failure on their tankless wall hung condensing boiler. And I gotta try to get to the flame rods. All right, folks, there is a flame rod right there, and it looks like someone already tried getting in there. Oh man, that sucks. That really does suck. All right, this one is a flame sensing rod. It doesn't look too bad. You can feel it's warm. So maybe my flame sensing rod is no bueno. Let's clean that off with some emery paper or open mesh grit paper. All right, let's see if I could clean this. A lot of zones here. 1, 2. Don't even ask about this. You know what those are about? That's because someone didn't know about check valves. Look at this. Every circulator has its own valve. Wow. Yeah, some didn't know how to wire in circulators for zoning, or didn't know what check valve is. It's crazy. So some people use like the dollar bill technique. I use scratchy paper, and it was warm because we are getting ignition and we're just not getting sustained ignition, and that's probably because it's not sensing the flame. It's got to be that. So I think that looks much better now. I dropped the screw, so let's put this back together and we'll see what happens. Wish I can get those screws out of there. Hopefully I'll get lucky. Hopefully. But for some reason, I got a feeling I'm going to be here for a while. That's just my gut feeling, you know what I mean? There we go. Okay. I'll turn the light off. Here to try to ignite, but what's happening? All right, I got to take apart this unit. There are these little caps, rubber caps on the top, and right below them are screws So we're going to take apart the whole top piece of this wall hung boiler. Alright folks, top of the heat exchanger is exposed. Are you kidding me? No, they're not budging. What the These screws literally are not budging at all. Alright, I have a bigger Phillip head, which I don't think is going to work. I have these vice grips, and I got step bits. I'm going to start drilling things out. Hopefully it doesn't get to that. It's definitely not going to do anything. Let's hope the vice grips get it out. Not enough. I really don't want to be here all day. Just not going. It makes no sense, man. The screw is just not budging. Oh, man. Why is this screw not budging? Oh. 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 Thank God. See? I knew there's a reason why I pray to God. So I can help those in my community fix their problems. You know what my luck's going to be. It's not going to be the igniters. Right? Imagine we go through all this. Okay. Let's try the same approach with that as one as well. I am literally on top of this thing. Okay. It's moving. It moved. We're good. Well, it moved a little bit at least. Yep. Let's start moving in. So we should be good. Come on. Why don't you just cooperate there, buddy? Let's put you back in this way. Don't want to lose that screw. Okay. Wow. Okay. We are making progress here, folks. There it is. That should come out by hand now. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank God. And I gotta tell you, when I look at the screw, nothing out of the ordinary with it. Nothing. Nothing out of the ordinary with it at all. Not rusted, nothing. Just stripped. Alright. That's what this bad boy looks like. Oh yeah. Wow. Yep. Typical for all makes and models. Let's clean her up, put her back in, replace the screws, be good to go. Now this is going to require a little more attention, so I'm going to break out my little wire brush. Little wire bristle brush. Just going to give that a good, just general coarse cleaning. And then we'll hit it up with the open mesh scratchy paper. And hopefully that resolves the issue. Now you're going to want to make sure that your gas pressure is good. Your incoming gas pressure, both dynamically and static. So that means when it's off, and when it light off occurs. And also make sure other appliances are on in the house to make sure that it doesn't deviate below minimum and or maximum pressures for the equipment that you're running. And the RTFM, read the factory manual if you're unsure of what your numbers need to be at. Okay. Now, I don't have new screws, but what I do have are screws that are on that sight glass, which I took, and I'm putting those drip screws there because I don't have new screws. So I took those two, putting them here, and those that are here, putting them there. Problem solved. However, this one screw, which came out of there, wasn't that cooperative in coming out. And it wasn't really that cooperative in going back in there either. It's like the quality of the screws. Wow, look at that. The screw head just stripped. Huh. Unbelievable. The screw head just stripped. That is nuts. You can't make this up, folks. You cannot make this up. You know, I say this time and time again. A good technician is observant of their surroundings. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary when I first started filming up there on top of the heat exchanger of this tankless boiler only? Did you notice anything? Notice anything different now? Notice how we have our ignition transformer, we have igniters, sight glass window in the back, flame sensor. What do you notice? Anything different, folks? I'm literally across the street from where James is working. James is working on a US boiler Burnham Alpine that I installed probably about 15 years ago. Let's go show him how the master extracted the screw. I am a master screw extractor. Check out Plum Guy NY on YouTube. Here's James, got his knee pad out, got a little moving blanket. He's got the US boiler Burnham Alpine all disassembled. Oh wow, and you're following the step-by-step pictorial instructions that they give, yes, courtesy of US Boiler. By the way, a sponsor of the Mikey Pipes Philanthropy Charitable Organization. Thank you to US Boiler for that. So, you see, you have everything. You didn't mark it. It was already marked?
No, I had the factory paint on the screws still. So this is the first tear down.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, which, is that a huge deal?
Yeah, it's a swirl plate.
Yeah, I mean, the rest of it is...
when it starts to disintegrate there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do
right,
you have one in the bin?
Yeah, I should.
You want to check it? Otherwise, I can go get one for you.
No. Pretty sure this bin has been relatively untouched. At least
it doesn't come with a swirl plate.
Oh, no. No. Okay.
What, was this a 105 or 150?
This is... Let's take a look and see.
I think it's a 105.
It's 105.
105. Let me see if I have one in the shop. And
okay.
Yeah, because when it starts to chunk away, that's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me tell you what I did over there at across the street.
Yeah.
So the screw... Oh, look, good example. So, like, there's one.
Right.
Let's say there's another one there.
Right.
So, obviously, it's stripped.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
Okay.
So, then I went to the shop and got vice grips.
Okay.
Right? I went down on it. The head turned of this. The teeth on here turned, right? Because it turns, because it's not that, like, tight, right?
Right.
So, I'm like, come on, man. I know it's, like, Monday, but it's actually a Tuesday.
Yeah,
But it's a Monday for me.
Monday for you.
So, I was like, you know what? I removed the entire white top of the box.
Okay.
All right, after pulling the exhaust and pulling that little brass configuration thing and all the screws, and I lost half of them, of course.
Yep.
And then I laid it down like this, and slowly it moved.
Let's go.
Yeah. But then when I go put the new, I stole the screws from the sight glass and put them in there, and as I'm tightening it, the head snapped off. So then I called the manufacturer, like, well, it's not on the parts warranty anymore, so but we'll send you as a courtesy some screws. I'm like, okay, but how am I gonna take it? I was like, well, you use a screw extractor. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Jeez.
But check out James's YouTube channel, Plum Guy NY. He does more plumbing and a little bit of HVAC, but mostly plumbing. check him out and show some support. Make sure you subscribe. I'll put a link up in the description box down below and also up in their corner right there. Check him out. He'll appreciate the love.
Absolutely.
And yeah, thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Appreciate it. See you in the next one. Be well. God bless. Stay safe.